Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. How you doing? It is Thursday night, August 22nd, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Wrewind. That's right, folks. Another Thursday night to talk about all the cool things happening in the world of pro wrestling. We're talking matches, segments, surprise appearances, crossovers, returning legends, championship changes, and much more. And guiding you in this journey is your host. I'm Jose Casabona. I'm also the host, the founder, the executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And on behalf of all of us, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag part of our Wrestle Rewind, a man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on his channel every single week. A man who will publicly body slam a Republican who dares to speak out against his heroes, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister. Don't try to wreck CM Punk, I swear to God.
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. All right. And much like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard and strong to make your voice our mission, and the only thing standing in our way is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep the lights on. But with you can actually help us resolve this with a very simple solution. Just spread the word of the Ravens flock. Share this video with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your hated ones. Share them to Gary. You remember Gary, right? He remembers you. He's been following you in like 3 burner profiles for the last 2 months. Go tell Gary, hey, listen, buddy, it's not me, it's you, but I'll totally let you into my life if you subscribe to the Ravens flock and become an inner flocker. And then go ahead and ghost them afterwards because they're just being creepy. With your help and your continuing support, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members only content and special discounts to our merch store, link in the description below. And you also get access to us, the Ravens flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission. Everybody goes through the culture and put your feedback and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. We've got Mr. Geek Me Out in the chat up here, buddy. He's asking, tomorrow I'm going to be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con, and I hope to see you there. I'm sorry, buddy.
This year will not be able to go to Tampa Bay Comic-Con, and I apologize. But we hope you have fun.
We do hope you have an excellent time over there. But Jose, why don't you tell everyone exactly what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Well, here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Well, folks, we've made it. This coming weekend is the weekend of AEW's All In at the Wembley Stadium in London, England on Sunday, August 25th. So much excitement is in the air, and they have their and not only
Wembley. That's the best place ever. I'm the special boy ever.
And not all right. And not only is this week's edition of Dynamite the go-home show before the annual pay-per-view event, but it is also AEW Dynamite's first ever televised debut over in Cardiff, Wales. So, yeah, that is a big deal.
Wait, does that mean that these guys, did they stream freaking, hold on. Like, did they have it early in the day, or did they have it late at night? I don't know how they did that.
Well, considering since it's a different time zone, yeah. I think it was pre-recorded. There's no way they could get away with it live.
Yeah, no, because what do you call it? It was because the UK is 5 hours ahead of us over here.
If you don't believe us, ask Steph the Alternerd.
Exactly. She can barely she's got so much stuff on her plate. It's wild that she doesn't just collapse.
Yeah, she doesn't live in Cardiff, and she knows the struggle.
You know what Steph could probably do with all the late night hours that she puts in burying the rejects of the royal family.
What could she do?
No, she. No, I'm saying, you know what she should be doing?
What should she be doing?
She should get a hold of herself some energy here.
That is correct. But thankfully, we've got ourselves covered on the energy category, my friends.
We here at the Ravens Flock are proud to continue being partnered up with Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy specially formulated smart energy formula keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens Flock. And they can do it with zero sugar, zero carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. And like I said, this is great, excellent for the geek and gamer in your life, or if you just need a little pick-me-up in your midday grind. Isn't that right, Jose?
Microphone. That is correct. And as far as flavor goes, Glitch has got you covered, because if you go onto their website, glitchenergy.com, you will see that they have a large menu selection of different combination flavored blends to choose from their Smart Energy line and their Revive line.
You're damn right. And just last week, they came out with Clutch Slush, which was inspired by Just Clutch over here, another gamer over here, and this was a cool, weird little blend of they call it Tiger's Blood.
Clutch Slush. Shush your mush.
No. And the blend that they came up with, Tiger's Blood, is strawberry, watermelon, and coconut flavoring.
Ooh.
That is very unique. I am digging that.
Very awesome.
Yeah, so, and if you folks don't believe us, then go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FLOCKFUEL, and you can get 20% off of your order. We wouldn't steer you wrong, because we here at the Ravens Flock know the value of good taste, know the value of good flavor. And we want you to be able to savor the flavor.
All right, folks. Well, we would like to thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. We thank you very much. If there's anybody you want to body slam that you don't like, you just give us a holler.
I'm not body slamming anybody. Enough with that. Let's, Joe, save that until Saturday, will you, please?
All right, fair enough. I'm just saying you're a very strong man.
I'm saying you're bearing the lead. You're overstating the plot.
Okay, fine. Well, let's go ahead and move on.
Well, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Okay.
No, I was just trying to say, like, also, Kurisi Randall Sama and Vicente Guerrero made their way into the chat. Hey up, guys. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
All right. We're finally getting things fired up. All right, so let's go ahead and get straight into the review. Brother, one, ring that bell.
I mean it. Cut it out.
No,
I'm not kidding, brother.
Last one, and that was it.
Get off it already. Wait till Saturday. Mind if I do?
All right. So let's go ahead and get to it. So this week's edition of WWE NXT, we're setting things up for their upcoming pay-per-view event, NXT No Mercy, which is on Sunday, September 1st, over in Denver, Colorado. And we start things off, but the first thing we start things off is a celebration. It's a time to be happy. It's a time to celebrate newly crowned NXT Tag Team Champions, representing Chase University, Andre Chase, and now the redeemed Ridge Holland.
I don't think so. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, man. He is awesome. You know what? This was an incredible celebration. They had, like, this giant banner where they just ripped through, like in certain
football the way you would, because, yeah, this is fucking awesome.
Because it's fucking awesome. Yeah, no. And then every person got a chance to talk, and it was truly a redemption story for Ridge Holland. Every person in Chase U, well, the main core of Chase U, got their chance to talk. Ridge Holland thanks Andre Chase for believing in him and his potential. He thanks Thea Hale for seeing that he does have a chance to turn his life around. And he also thanks Duke Hudson and Riley Osborne for challenging his spirit, challenging his commitment to Chase University. And because of that, Ridge Holland and Andre Chase are the newly crowned tag team champions. Don't you love it? Kind of makes you want to turn your frown upside down about them.
Don't it?
But unfortunately, we can't have all the nice things, because out comes the former tag champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom. They crashed the party, and they're immediately declaring that they want a rematch for the tag belts. Riley Osborne then got on the mic and told them that if they can beat him and Duke Hudson, then they'll earn their chance to challenge for the tag titles in a rematch at No Mercy. Which, by the way, spoiler alert, it was an all right match, and yeah, Axiom and Nathan Frazier, they won and they punched their tickets.
Okay, awesome. What else is Ridge Holland trying to say to them?
No, that's just like Rich Holland was just barking at them, saying like, yeah, no, like you guys are ruining a celebration here. You're ruining a time of happiness. You're ruining a time of fun. Like it's supposed to be a celebration for the champions, and you're over here, blah blah blah. That kind of stuff.
Okay, I get you. Well, okay, well, thanks for giving away the plot over there earlier with saying like, oh, by the way, Frazier and Axiom won. Wow, you just like, oh, by the way, bet.
Listen, that match was good, but there was a much more exciting match that I want to talk about.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, like, but still, like, it just feels like you kind of just threw it in there. What the hell?
I mean, come on. You've been on Wrestle Rewind for years now. This is the norm now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Also, Vicente, body slam anyone you don't like. That covers almost every bully from high school and grade school. Long list.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. No. Sorry.
In case those guys ought to get in line, because I'm not gonna travel everywhere. Sorry, I'm not gonna hunt down every single bully.
All right. Let's get to the exciting match of the night, and this is a 6-woman gauntlet match. The winner of this match will become the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship at No Mercy. From left to right, you have Jada Parker, Carmen Petrovich. Thank you.
Look at the faces.
Thank you, Carly Bright, Adriana Rizzo, Sol Ruca, and Ren Sinclair.
All right. So, for those of you who do not know,
I actually have the rules downloaded. If you want to.
What are these rules?
And Juan, tell us the rules.
2 women will start. Every 3 minutes, another superstar will enter. Eliminations occur by pinfall or submission. The last remaining will advance to No Mercy and challenge Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship.
Well, thank you for that. That was very odd, but okay. All right, so getting back to the gauntlet match, the first 2 participants to start off is Sol Ruca and Ren Sinclair. Now, to their credit, they were able to hold their own for the first 3 minutes. They did some amateur wrestling grapple holds against each other, trying to keep each other grounded. And to the credit of the former Maddie Renkowski, she was able to successfully lock in the bow and arrow submission hold onto Sol Ruca, and that was fucking awesome to see. She was locking in a whole bunch of holds, challenging her own inner William Regal.
Nice.
Yeah, no. Renkowski is definitely working. If she's really channeling the inner spirit of the No Quarter Catch crew with their catch wrestling and all that shit, she was definitely working over Sol Ruca. Of course, Sol Ruca continued to fight back against the onslaught, and then after the first 3 minutes. Well, actually, before I continue on, there was a little bit of development that happened at the beginning of NXT. Carmen Petrovich was taken out in the parking lot, and yeah, she was taken out by Izzy Dame, so they had to replace her. And I'll get to the replacement in just a minute, but the next person to come in this Gauntlet Eliminator is Adriana Rizzo, representing the D'Angelo family. No, we're not going to do any boppity boopies, okay? Not on her. She doesn't deserve it. She hasn't earned it yet.
Man.
Oh yeah, it would just look weird if we did it to a woman. In
you sure about that, Jose? I mean, we're equal opportunity shit talkers over here.
All right, fine. Adriana Rizzo, the short girl, the dame that's gonna put some pain and put some shame in your name. And
boppity boppity bop.
There
you fucking go. We have to stay consistent, Jose. Consistent.
Oh my god.
No. They want to play up the gabagooli bullshit. Then this is what you get. The bad Italian stereotypy shit. Motherfucker.
Unfortunately, you're right.
Damn right I'm right.
She got her ass eliminated by Sol Ruca. Thank you for coming, Rizzo.
Wow. Wow. You just Wow. What? Do you just not like this girl?
No, I never.
Okay?
I didn't. No, I didn't say I don't like. I don't say I.
Do we have to check your Instagram messaging or something?
Listen, she lasted. She didn't last very long. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Wow. Okay. Well, All right, now you're getting into the spirit. So, anyways, then afterwards we get the next participants into this match. We get Brynlee Reese. She jumps into this match, and we get this brilliant spot where Sol Ruka, Brynlee, and Ren Sinclair, they all get locked up in like this triple submission, triple sleeper hold, like one on top of the other, which looks silly. But
seriously,
but it's got to happen. Yeah, no. It's silly, but I like it. What else? And of course, Sol Ruka showing off more of her submission chops. She locks in the surfboard stretch onto Brynlee Reese, trying to stretch her out, which is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and then afterwards,
sorry, I'm good for. I'm a sucker for stretching. I'm a sucker for submission wrestling.
Yeah, I'll wear you out, Cole.
Okay, seriously, come on.
Anyway, and then the next participant we get is Carly Bright. And Carly Bright, she unloads on all the competitors, hitting a series of suplexes on each and every person in the ring. She is a complete ball of fire. And then afterwards, the next elimination we got in was from Carly Bright. She hits a suplex onto Brynlee Reese and Brynlee Reese has been eliminated. So now it's down to Sol, Ren Sinclair, and Carly Bright. Until finally we get the final participant, which is the baddest bitch, Jada Parker. She gets it down to the ring, and she fucking annihilates everyone at ringside before getting back into the ring.
Seriously?
Shit. Yeah, no, it's like, crazy.
No, I'm not dealing with your shit. I'm not dealing with your shit. I'm not dealing with you. Fuck you. You? No, I'm not dealing with you either.
Carly Bright is the next person to get eliminated, and then we're down to 3 competitors. Sol Ruka was able to catch Ren Sinclair with the Stole Snatcher, and Ren Sinclair is eliminated. And then we get down to Sol Ruka and Jada Parker. And I'm not going to lie to you, I honestly thought Sol was going to win this one. I don't know why she wouldn't, but after some more back and forth action between these two gals, it was Jada Parker who hits that running hip attack, knocking out Sol Ruka to pin and win. Your winner and the number 1 contender for the NXT Women's title at No Mercy, Jada Parker. Yeah, the female valet of that OTM crappy tag team. Like she was the best one. She was the best one out of all of them.
There, that should be better. By the way, apparently the reason why it was hard to hear me is because I wasn't plugged in the first place. I knew I was missing something, and you didn't even fucking pay attention. You didn't even see.
Well, I'm not tech savvy.
You should know what cables look like on the sound machine here.
I was also reviewing the match.
You were staring at the screen the whole time. You should get out when I say it.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
You. Hey there, Mr. Quake. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Yep, Jada Parker. Then in a post-match interview, Jada Parker got on the mic and she pretty much said she's coming. She's going real. She didn't say much. She's going real hard for No Mercy, and she's coming for the NXT Women's title. And Roxanne. Then they showed a shot of Roxanne Perez, and clearly she's not taking her opponent seriously. And
why would she? I mean, she's on top of the world.
Yeah, I think this is more of a setback. I think WWE are trying to save for the right time to bring in either their newly signees of Julia or Stephanie Vacker to take the belt off of Roxanne. I think this is just a temporary stop.
You think?
I think.
God damn.
The Italian boxer is a sore loser. Ha!
Like there was are we talking about a guy boxer or like?
Are we talking about the Italian boxer? Are you talking about Adriana Rizzo? I know. I looked up her background. I know she did powerlifting and track, but
was she a boxer?
No.
No. Okay. No. I think he's talking about the Olympic boxer. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. All right. Yeah. Not too bad. Okay. I see they were talking. All right. Cool. Okay. So this match sounds like it was fun.
Of course, it was great. It was the best of 6 female competitors. They did awesome.
Awesome. So let's see how the rest of the show pans out.
Now
best segment.
The exciting segment of the night, which was before the main event, is an in-ring segment with the newly crowned NXT Heritage Cup champion Charlie Dempsey and the No Quarter Catch Crew, sans Tavion Heights, because he's currently wrestling in Japan for Pro Wrestling Noah.
Alrighty, and we can see what's her face. What's her nuts?
Ren Sinclair.
Ren Sinclair already in her gear there.
Oh yeah, this is her. This is
or after the
after the Gauntlet Eliminator.
Okay, so yeah, all right, so yeah, she was still in her gear because like she just got in it. Okay.
Yeah. So Charlie Dempsey got on the mic, and it looks like there's a little bit of a strange miscommunication between members because just as Charlie Dempsey started talking, Ren Sinclair she immediately grabs the mic and interjects and talks on behalf of Charlie Dempsey, saying that, oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and like putting words into his mouth.
Ren, listen, Ren. He's not okay. You're a member of the No Quarter Catch crew, not the Blackpool Combat Club. You don't have doesn't have problems cutting promos. Charlie Dempsey can take care of himself, dear. We appreciate the thought. I'm sure they do. But let the Shaggy Boy talk.
Oh, and just as the Shaggy Boy was going to get himself a word in, the group gets interrupted by the NXT North American Champion, the Ruler,
the Great Oba Femi. Oh my God! Now she's hiding behind them.
Yeah, she was like when he was coming down. She immediately told Charlie, I am so sorry.
Wait, no, seriously. She's like, Charlie, I made a fatal mistake. I am so sorry. Shit.
Off the mic, but the camera caught the audio.
Okay, that's actually funny. She's like, oh shit, I made a terrible mistake. Oh my God, I ran my mouth too hard. My spitting game was too strong.
Yep. Obafemi got on the mic. He declared that the real title to contend for is the North American title, and he has defeated many men in the NXT locker room, men from Raw and SmackDown, and he doesn't mind adding a Heritage Cup champion to the list.
Oh no! The Great Obafemi has found himself another victim in Charlie Dempsey. Then the No Quarter Catch crew is incomplete, and we've got Red Sinclair mouthing off at everybody and causing more shit than she realizes.
But
what will happen? Oh no!
But speaking of Italian stereotypes, we get the entire D'Angelo family in full force joining the party.
There we go. That's what I'm
there
talking about.
We got the whole group here.
Beepity poppity poopity pop. Beepity poppity poppity pop. This meme will never fucking die.
Yep. Tony D'Angelo got on the mic. Charlie Dempsey is wanting to know if he wants a rematch for the Heritage Cup title. Tony D'Angelo has moved on and he's playing for higher stakes, but he doesn't forget old grudges. So at the snap of the Don's fingers, like so. I have your picture, please.
Why didn't you say something? Oh shit.
We got ourselves a Pier 6 Brawl!
Hey! Pier 6 Brawl!
Pier 6 Brawl! Pier 6 Brawl! Pier 6 Brawl! That's right, the D'Angelo family laid waste to the No Quarter Catch crew, and in the middle of the ring, it's Obafemi and Tony D'Angelo. Obafemi tries to go for his pop-up powerbomb, but Tony D'Angelo was able to counter and plant Obafemi in the middle of the ring with the one-handed spine buster, despite the fact that it crushed his hat, but who cares? Tony D'Angelo is going after the NXT North American title at no mercy.
All right, you know what? How do I put this without it coming off weird? You know what? Let's freaking go the brawl. I mean, yeah, you know what? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Way to go, Tony D'Angelo. Bop beepity poopity pop.
Yay.
Boppity beepity poopity pop. Okay. No, actually, no. This is interesting. Like, okay, he's been holding the thing hostage or whatever for some time and all this other shit with the Heritage Cup, and now he's saying like, you know what, I'm good. I'm going to shoot for the North American title. And considering that the Great Obafemi has been like an immovable object kind of monster heel champion, then I guess having Tony D'Angelo challenge him, even though he's not necessarily the bestest good guy you could ask for, he's definitely a better guy than the Great Obafemi. So, yay, we have a good guy.
Hells yeah. And also, can we give a small little shout out to the attire of Tony D'Angelo, man? I love that drip.
Joseph, he looks like he ripped off Beetlejuice's closet.
Hey, come on, don't say that!
Yeah, I know. It's too gray, not white enough.
Yeah, come on, man. It's supposed to... Also, Juancho, you know better than to invoke the guy's name. You know what happens when you do it 2 more times? Yeah!
Yeah.
You get freaking sandworms in your trousers.
Yeah, well, hey, it'll keep the sandworm. I've got my trousers already company, so why not?
The soprano vibe. Well, yeah, that's exactly the point, Mr. Quake.
That's the point, Mr. Quake. It's an Italian stereotype.
All right.
Take List knows. Nice to know he remembers Chris Jericho's The List. Ha.
All right. Then now for the match of the night, and it is a tag team match.
Wait, tag team match? What?
Playa.
Holla holla.
All right. The team of Hank Walker and Tank Ledger versus the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
All right,
and
Hank and Tank versus some Biz Cliz up in the his. Too sweet.
Okay, so lately, in terms of WWE booking, the Good Brothers have kind of gotten lost in the shuffle. They've been jumping between SmackDown and NXT, haven't exactly found their footing in terms of storyline, so they've just been kind of treading water as of late.
But you know what? You know what it actually is they're there to help enhance the younger talent. Okay, like these guys are like a measuring bar for tag team wrestling, and I mean, come on, it's Gallows and Anderson. Can you really like who better to test your metal against than two founding members of Bullet Club?
On the one hand, I agree with you, but on the other hand, like after AJ Styles pretty much pieced out of the club to chase Cody Rhodes for the WWE title, it seems like the whole faction has just lost a huge step.
Okay, no, I can see where you get that. All right, please continue.
But like I said, okay, to their credit, it wasn't a bad tag team match, and yes, it did help elevate Hank Walker and Tank Ledger, who we talked about a year or so ago when Hank Walker was a fucking security guard.
Right, and yay, congratulations, Hank Walker. Hank and Tank Heavy Machinery 2.0.
Hank and Tank Heavy Machinery 2.0, like, yeah.
Mr. Quake.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was a standard tag match, really nothing spectacular to talk about, except at the end, at the finish of the match. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger were able to get a victory over the Good Brothers, and then they were hiding behind security guards who were pretty much, like, blocking the Good Brothers from touching them. I'm like, wait, what? What? Wait, hang on a minute. What? That seems like a heel thing to do. Why are there security guards protecting
the Good Brothers?
Protecting Hank and Tank. I don't get it.
Oh, Jesus, you serious?
That is such a weird thing to do.
That is so weird.
Yeah. So that's why this is kind of like, it's all right. Like the tag match was fine, but the finish was just bizarre. Like I didn't get it.
No, that is a little weird, and yeah, what did Hank get the security guys who are like his buddies or whatever? Like, hey, protect us over here, ha!
I guess like there were no signs of Hank and Tank showing that they were turning heel. The last time we saw them on TV, they were freaking like guest hosts of the NXT's Great American Bash, and they were wearing jackets straight from the MJF's closet.
God Almighty, that is so weird. All right. Well, I guess it's not. Oh, I assume the match itself wasn't horrible, but that was just odd, right?
It was just odd. I'll be honest. Yeah. Now, before we get to the main event, we do have a one-on-one match.
You don't have a bad segment?
Nope. No bad segments tonight. No bad in-ring segments.
Okay.
So that's the good news. Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention, and that is a one-on-one match: Lola Vice versus Wendy Chu.
Ooh, the bootiest brawling machine versus the sleepy nightmare babe.
Yes.
How will this turn out?
Well, unfortunately, despite the competitive nature of Lola Vice, she unfortunately fell victim to Wendy Chu after a little bit of an interference from Kalani Jordan. And then after the match, Wendy Chu and Kalani Jordan leveled out Wendy Chu, and she has agreed to defend the NXT Women's North American title at No Mercy against this sleeping nightmare?
Yeah, the naughty nightmare sleeping. I don't know, Wendy Chu. There.
The Wendy Chu, yeah.
We're trying here, okay? We're trying more than these guys over here at the fucking NXT office are trying. God damn it.
Okay, it's good that Wendy Chu is getting a title shot. That's awesome. It better be. It's certainly going to be better than last time she got a title shot, where it involved freaking squirt guns and her just saying, "Sign the contract."
Weird.
Yeah, that was from NXT 2.0. Good times, huh? No, it wasn't.
No, it really wasn't.
All right.
Really, really wasn't. Vicente, if Hank Walker would have lost here or taken a bad beatdown post-match from the Good Brothers, he becomes a member of the Walking Dead.
Oh!
I see what you did there, Vicente.
Lonnie will be a heel. Maybe. She kind of comes off as too babyface to be a heel, but then again, we've been wrong before, so we'll see.
Yeah, no, we thought, we thought that she was already healed to begin with, but no, she's babyface the fuck up.
Yeah. And now it's time for the main event.
Holla, holla.
Wait, are you Googling? Yeah, you are.
Yes, I am. I'm Googling Lola Vice. You can't stop me.
Are you trying to find her booty shaking gifs?
I don't need to.
All right, the main event of the night is a triple threat match featuring Wesley versus the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne versus say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. That's right. Joe Hendry is competing in this triple threat match. Whoever wins will become the number one contender for the NXT title at No Mercy.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
But there's a certain twist to this triple threat match because joining the commentary team of Booker T and Vic Joseph, or just Vic Joseph with Booker T interjecting a little bit, is the NXT champ himself, All Ego, Ethan Page.
Okay, why does All Ego Ethan Page look like he's dressed as a substitute teacher for Chase U?
With the glasses and everything.
With the glasses and the freaking corduroy freaking flannel fucking suit jacket over here.
Yeah, what, dude? Are you gonna teach us about finances, about statistics?
Yeah, no, are you doing Bobby the Brain Heenan? Are you doing the Genius Lanny Poffo? What are you fucking doing here,
folks? Let us know in the live chat right now. What subject do you think Ethan Page would be good for if he was a teacher? I actually want to know. I actually want to read that shit, because thank you. You got that idea in my head, Juan.
And more importantly, over here to the point, what kind of teacher, self-respecting or otherwise, goes into class without wearing socks in his loafers? I hate that fucking fashion trend. I know,
right? Even Matt Stryker wouldn't do that.
No. There's a lot Matt Stryker would do. I mean, let's not fucking lie to ourselves.
Yeah,
Matt
okay.
Stryker's a bit of a crazy guy. Anyway, let's get to the match.
Wow. Okay, then. Oh, so getting to the triple threat match, like, after Joe Hendry made his entrance and they did the camera zoom in, immediately Pete Dunne and Wesley pummeled the shit out of Joe Hendry and started going after each other.
Assholes! How dare they? I know they're not actually assholes, but like, god damn it, assholes! Come on. No, they're like, okay, his song's over. Let's beat him up now. I guess maybe they were just waiting. I don't fucking blame The Rock. No, I ain't blaming The Rock. Sleeping Nightmare as a nickname sounds like Wendy came up with a bad Cody Rhodes homage.
But anyways, now this match does have a bit of a story, because while these three competitors are vying for the NXT Championship, Ethan Page is willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that Joe Hendry, specifically Joe Hendry, does not make it to NXT No Mercy.
Why?
Because he really hates him. Also, we got an answer from Vicente. He would be great as a gym teacher / coach, PE coach. Heel 101. Oh
Heels
my.
101. Brainiac marketing. Attricked Giant. Vincent Randy. Oh, Randy Orton. Okay, no, I get what you mean, dude.
All right.
That kind of works.
So, getting back to the match. So, each of the three competitors got to showcase their styles. Wesley with his high flying abilities. Pete Dunne was able to show off his ground submission moves, along with bending back the digits on all two competitors.
Oh, not the digits. Anything but the fucking digit works, man.
And Joe Hendry with his unbelievable power moves overwhelmed them. Even at one point, he was trying to go for a double standing ovation, but of course, Wesley and Pete Dunne were able to fight back against that. But how cool would that have been?
That would have been awesome. That would have been really awesome.
Oh no, Ethan Page, a math teacher.
You.
No, nobody likes math.
No math, please.
Hell no, man. I flunked algebra. Well, I mean, I didn't flunk algebra, but I barely passed algebra.
Yeah, no, that like, please, no, let's not traumatize this,
Anyway, so Joe Hendry, the three competitors continued their fight, and there was even at one point where all three of the competitors tried to leap over the top rope outside and hit each other. Wesley tried to go for one, then Pete Dunne tried to go for one. Wesley did a suicide dive, and then friggin' Joe Hendry just yeeted himself over the top rope and knocked out everybody at ringside.
Like, nope.
Yeah, the same he did on Gallus.
Oh, that bit. I love that bit where it looks like he was going to cut one of his promos. Like, nope.
I'm just going to call it the yeet.
He tapped into his inner Jey Uso there. Yeet.
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 Yeet. Anyways, so
Yeet.
I have some more pictures of the match if you will please show them. Thank you very much. Yep. Like
Wesley's
I said,
flipping.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, Wesley, like I said, the action just keeps going. Wesley does a springboard moonsault, annihilating all the competitors in the ring. And then we get to the finish. Joe Hendry tries to go for the standing ovation on Wesley, and the referee counts to 2. But then the bastard, Ethan Page, the NXT champion, pulls the referee out to make sure he doesn't complete the 2 count. And this infuriated Joe Hendry to the point where Joe Hendry lays a standing ovation onto Wesley on the announce table, knocking him out. And after another referee was thwarted by Ethan Page, out comes Trick Williams to hit the running trick knee on Pete Dunne.
Damn!
Yep.
Okay,
and eventually...
That's cool.
Yep. And then Joe Hendry was able to get the pin and the win despite Ethan Page trying to run to the ring and stop him. Your winner and challenging Ethan Page for the NXT title at No Mercy, Joe Hendry.
Hendry! We believe in Joe Hendry! Oh, shit, son!
Oh, shit, son!
Oh!
It's gonna be good.
This makes me feel so good! Oh, okay, listen, you guys don't understand. I had my paycheck from my straight job. Look, no, I'm gonna take the camera for this one. Okay, look, listen, okay, this is important here, all right? Where's the camera? Why isn't the camera there? Okay, so I literally had my straight job just come in with our paycheck, and I still have to fill out a fucking payday loan and everything just so that I can pay my bills. And I was left with $20, and then something it came out unexpectedly, and I was left with only $4. That soured my fucking day all day long. But this just saved my day. I believed in Joe Hendry, and he saved my day today. Thank you, Joe Hendry. Thank you, America.
Okay then. Well, I'm very glad that you find something to
Eat
smile
a dick and
about.
die.
Okay, moving on. So yeah, Joe Hendry is challenging Ethan Page. It's gonna be a fantastic main event. I can't wait to see it.
Was that the end of it of NXT?
That was the end of it. Joe Hendry stood tall. Oh yeah, no, that's right. Because at the end of NXT, out comes Zachary Wentz, the former Nash Carter, putting the hurt on Wes Lee, and the show closes off with all the referees and officials breaking up Zachary Wentz and Wes Lee from each other.
Ow, so these rascals be rascaling all over themselves.
Let's just say Zachary Wentz took a trip to Kick City, and he didn't like what he saw, or rather felt.
No, I would imagine that kind of travel trip can be memorable in all the wrong ways.
Listen, man, Zachary needs to avenge those little rascals. Okay.
Dork.
I know.
I can't believe that's the studios over here. Yeah, no, I know what you mean here, Mr. Quake, and we were losing it over here. And yeah,
well, no, hang on a minute. Cartoon Network shutting down? I thought we were already debunked that rumor.
It wasn't that the whole channel was shutting down. It was like the studios and it's being merged in. And it's bullshit, but yeah, what can you do? Also, yeah, no, Booker T wasn't wildin'. He only woke up when Trick Williams showed up.
Yeah.
He does not like Joe Hendry, and I don't fucking understand why.
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand it. I'm gonna keep calling Booker T out on Twitter until he fucking explains himself.
Sucker! Yeah. All right. Now let's shift gears and let's talk about this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite.
As I mentioned earlier on this program, this is a historical Dynamite debut because it's not just a go-home show before their pay-per-view event All In, but it is also their first ever televised debut in Cardiff, Wales.
All right, so let's see what the Welsh fans were treated to.
Absolutely. So the first thing that happened tonight, we open things up with the official contract signing for the one-on-one match for the AEW TBS Championship, as the defending champ herself, Mercedes Moné, accompanied by Camille, is joined in this segment with the number one contender, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
All right, so how did this, I'm sure that this was a cordial and civil affair. Fucking kidding.
Anyway, so I'll talk about it. So the main thing that Mercedes Moné was focusing on in her part of the whole segment is how that is pretty much declaring the future of women's wrestling. How Britt Baker is part of the past, and she is the present and the future of women's wrestling. And I'm like, I can't believe she used that. Why don't you get personal? Why don't you say something about her that you hate? But whatever. Anyways.
Okay, listen. Mercedes Money got her own writer hired in for her to work at AEW. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like Mercedes Money has her own shit writer. Okay, it's not like how are we not surprised, Jose? How are you not surprised that her promos are shit?
Yeah, no, I know.
She
but
has a
thankfully,
shit writer who knows her.
But thankfully, Britt Baker woke us up with her part of the promo. First of all, saying like how she has pretty much given her body, her sweat, her tears for AEW since the beginning, since All In 2018 when she was first part of it. And she also said that she admittedly looked up to Mercedes Moné growing up and getting into the pro wrestling business, because Mercedes Moné was just like any other like indie wrestler breaking into the business themselves. But things have changed, because now Mercedes Moné is a completely different person. She's not about that anymore. She's all about getting the money, the Moné now, part of the
Mercedes money.
The Mercedes money, all the pun intended. And what else? Oh, and she also made a little knock on her being part of the original 4 horsewomen, saying like, "Oh, you were one of 4 that revolutionized women's wrestling? Guess what, bitch? I am one of 1." Yeah. And it was great. It was a great promo, and both of them signed the contract. And during this contract signing, there was a provision that they cannot attack each other until their match at All In. And Britt Baker got on the mic and said like, okay, she gave her word, she wouldn't attack Moné. But that Camille bitch is pissing her off. So she immediately took the mic and bashed Camille over the head. And then Camille, just like a cartoon character, just fell on top of Mercedes Moné, who was sitting there. And Britt Baker, she cross-bodied over the table onto Camille, not on Mercedes. So technically she hit Camille. And this whole segment ends with Britt Baker standing tall, holding the TBS title. God damn it! I know we just signed Mercedes Moné, but Britt Baker needs to fucking win.
Please let Britt Baker win. I'm sorry, but this shit's got, like, Mercedes is not engaging in terms of her promos here. She's being catered to in the worst ways. Like, everyone's worst impulses in AEW is not only encouraged, but rewarded. Like, Mercedes Money over here is literally coming up with, like, the most stock, bland, generic-ass, mid-ass, ass fucking promos. And Britt Baker, at the very least, is trying to make it about something, for fuck's sake.
Exactly. Like, there was no fire in Mercedes Moné. There's no
fire in her crotch. She has no fire in her crotch. She needs to have fire in her crotch.
Dude.
Mercedes Money needs to frotch.
Dude,
okay?
Hang on a minute. No, one of Mercedes Moné's like wrestling icons that she looked up to growing up is Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero's looking down on you saying, you need some Latino heat!
No, he's looking down at her. She's like, oh, that ain't no mamacita material here, let me tell you, Holmes.
I hate saying that, but it's true. There is no literal fire in Mercedes Moné. Like, if it was any other person...
She needs to be more like Eddie's son, Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, I don't think we're ready for that.
Yeah, no, she couldn't handle it.
But what I'm trying to say is that if it was any other opponent facing Mercedes Moné, this shit would be passable. You could easily skip that match and watch something else. But thank goodness for Britt Baker, because she adds life to this rivalry, to this story.
Let's freaking hope that Britt Baker can put this shit to an end, because I am tired of seeing Mercedes Money doing nothing. It's literally her doing fucking nothing. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Quake. Lola Vice is greater than Sasha Banks. Like, no, yeah, exactly. Like, it was like not even Mercedes Money compares to Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, the only good thing that she's done so far, Mercedes Moné, is turn heel, which works best for her character.
Yeah, but she's not even doing well as a heel. She's being, like, fucking flat.
I mean, to be fair, her mic work in WWE wasn't all that good either.
Yeah, but they freaking did, like, they produced her better at least.
Well, yeah. I think she played more into her strength at the time when she was feuding with Bayley. Like, because these two know how to work off each other.
Yeah, no,
I mean, it helps that they're friends in real life.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong, but at the same time, like, what the fuck, woman? Let me see here. Well, Britt's final words before attacking Camille, but this bitch is getting on my nerves.
Yeah, exactly. Head smash with the mic.
Okay.
That was fun.
That saved the promo. That saved the segment there.
Thank you, Dr. Britt Baker. I will brush my teeth every day, all day, and I will floss.
He's lying. He doesn't use any of the floss at all.
Bitch, make an appointment!
So next segment.
Yeah, now let's get to the exciting match of the night. And it's a 6-man, and it's a trios match featuring the teams of FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler teaming with Darby Allin versus the Elite, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Matt and Nick Jackson, the EVPs, and the AEW TNT Champion, the Scapegoat, Jack Perry. I know this is usually your cue to get up and leave. However, you will be satisfied with the finish of the match.
All right, fucking thrill me.
All right, this 6-man tag match, of course, with the Young Bucks, it is to be expected. They spam super kicks a lot more than an amateur video gamer spams the same move in a fighting game.
So more super kicks than we saw between Jimmy and Jay at WrestleMania.
I
mean, those two, they just did nothing but super kicks.
Well, let's be honest. We may say more, but I don't think it's enough by their standards.
Yeah, probably.
But that being said,
and what was Jungle Jack off up to?
Oh no, Jungle Jack was also joining in on the fray. Less super kicks from Jungle Jack, of course, but FTR were no slouches. They during the middle of the match, Dax Harwood got the hot tag, and he immediately went after all the members of the Young Bucks, and even unloaded Suplex City onto the Scapegoat, Jack Perry.
Really?
Yes, he did. It was fucking awesome. He was trying to go for the third German suplex, but he was cut off. But was able to spike Jack Perry with a brain buster. And yep,
well, fucking deserved. Darby Allin should compete in the. No, he really shouldn't. He shouldn't compete in anything over here. And Vicente was saying Mercedes, which like Claudio last week, same advice. Mercedes Money, borrow some of Tony Khan's coke every promo. Yes, only half serious. Well,
I'm sorry, but
I'll take the other half.
I'm sorry, man, but Roman Reigns' 2015 promos are more compelling than anything Claudio and Mercedes Moné have to say. But getting back to it, anyways, and then Dash Wheeler got the hot tag himself. He laid out a couple of crossbodies onto the opponents. Looks like they were going for the Shatter Machine, but the Young Bucks were able to cut the opportunity off from their legs. And then we get a brilliant moment in this match where all three men, like Darby Allin, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, locked in the Elite in sharpshooters, or rather, in Darby Allin's case, 2 sharpshooters and a Scorpion Deathlock.
Dorks.
Yeah! I like that Darby Allin incorporated the Scorpion Deathlock and the Death Drop into his repertoire. You know what? He earned it. I think Darby Allin has earned it. Don't you think?
Nah, I suppose.
All right, and of course, at the end of it all, the FTR were able to hit the Shatter Machine, and then what's his face? Darby Allin got up to the top rope and hit the coffin drop onto Jack Perry to pin and win for his team. Your winners, FTR and Darby Allin.
Yay!
And then after the match, the celebration was cut short by the Acclaimed. Max Caster, Anthony Bowens got on the mic, and they cut down both teams of FTR and the Young Bucks, making claim that they're the most popular and they're the dominant tag teams in AEW, and they're going to crown themselves as new kings, new tag team champions at All In. And of course, Billy Gunn wraps it up saying, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Suck it!
Yeah!
Yay!
Yay! Attitude Era is still around.
Well, it's like, Billy Gunn, he's got the license to fucking say that. He's earned that shit. And and you guys gotta remember this as with the Acclaimed being part of the tag team championship match, they have to make their presence known, even if they weren't involved in this particular match.
Oh, no, you got a fair point. And yeah, it's going to be a triple threat tag match. Just as I predicted, FTR, Young Bucks, and the Acclaimed will battle each other for the tag belts at All In, whereas Jack Perry goes one-on-one against Darby Allin
for the TNT title.
In a coffin match.
Yay!
Yay! By the way,
please bury Jack Perry and make sure that he stays left behind in London.
By the way, I guess we should point that out right now. We saw video clips on social media of Jack Perry redesigning the AEW TNT title. We saw the new look. Juan, your thoughts on the new look of the tag belt, of the TNT title?
Okay. It still looks dumb to me, but I will give him props and I will give him credit for at least going out of his way to make the replica for his TNT championship and make it himself. He went ahead and he apparently got a replica TNT championship belt, disassembled the plates off of it, freaking made a cast, made a die, made a cast, a replacement thing of I don't know, aluminum, steel, whatever it is, and then he painted it, he treated it, and he fucking threw blood splatters on it, and that's how he got his scapegoat belt. And Mr. Quake was asking, hey guys, why do people hate Lacey Evans? He's just curious.
Well, to give my answer is that Lacey Evans is really not that good as far as personality-wise goes in the ring. Like, WWE tried to give her so many different character gimmicks. They started her off as being like this, to make a big deal of her Navy background, and then they made her the sassy Southern Belle, whatever that meant. And then afterwards, they tried to repackage her into this female military sergeant slaughter gimmick back near the end of 2022. After she went away for maternity leave.
And it turns out when she left, she hated her whole time there, and she didn't respect anyone in WWE. That's why everyone hates her.
Yeah, no. Everyone hates her because of her attitude, and because WWE couldn't figure out who the hell is Lacey Evans.
Like, it's easy enough to do it. The trouble is the whole Southern Belle stupid thing. Guess whose idea that was? You shall look really great if we dress her up like one of them USO showgirls. Like a real Southern Belle. And she'll just parade around the ring.
Honestly, I can't blame her for being put off from wrestling because, part of it is Vince McMahon's doing.
But at the same time, like, they paid your ass at least. Show a little respect.
Exactly. Yeah, no. I liked her when she had the early gimmick, when they were actually making a big deal of her military background in NXT, and she was wearing all this, pinup, military, Navy clothing. Like, that was cool.
That was all right.
Yeah.
But then Vince got a hold of her.
Ugh. Anyways, so yeah, I like the new TNT title design. Like, wow, man. Since its inception, the TNT Championship has gone through more character phases, and it's gone through more different personalities than fucking, I don't know. I can't think of a wrestler that's gone through so many different character changes. Oh, wait. Baron Corbin. Never mind.
Yeah, I was about to there's Baron Corbin,
oh god,
Wolf, King Corbin, Constable Corbin, Happy Corbin, Broke Corbin, Breaking the Mold Corbin. What other Corbins has he been?
No, he's been
Corbin the fuck up. God, Corbin's the worst.
He is the worst. But it's okay. He's on SmackDown, so he's their problem. Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and oh my god, these guys pulled no punches. It's a face-to-face segment featuring the number one contender, the Billy Goat, Will Ospreay, and the AEW American Champion, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF.
All right, so
MJF has been done.
England. You have to remember, he's in the United Kingdom. He's not in England. He's in Wales, my mistake. So, he's in the United Kingdom. And he's in Wales specifically. And he's shouting America jingoistic crazy shit at a British bruv. Well, I'm sure that did not blow up in his face at all.
So I can't remember word for word, but let me get down to it. So Will Ospreay got on the mic, started first, saying like how he declaring himself as the best wrestler in AEW, and how he represents the grind, how he represents the feeling of pro wrestling. Bruv. Yep. And then MJF got on the mic, and first he takes a little bit of a shot at the crowd when the crowd tried to tell him to shut the fuck up, and he's like, no. And then he lays out all the facts of being the youngest, longest reigning AEW World Champion in history, and he lists out all the other accolades that he's done for AEW, and he doesn't deal with feelings, he deals with facts. And the cold truth about facts is facts don't give a shit about your feelings.
So he ripped off Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, but because he said it's cool.
But he ripped off Ben Shapiro.
I mean, I've never watched.
I have, and it's dumb.
Oh,
this guy is dumb and very, very, like, oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
MJF really fucking went there. He's really doing the "I am America. America is the greatest. Fuck all the other worlds."
Yep, and then Will Ospreay tried to cut deep into MJF, how saying like, "Hey man, there was a time when people loved you because of your antics, but now nobody loves you anymore." And just as he continues to get under the skin, we finally see MJF completely unraveled. Forget the stars and stripes, forget that stupid bravado and all that shit. He drops his mask and he yells, "No, you're wrong. They did love me until you showed up."
Excuse me?
MJF yelled in complete frustration, like he blew up saying, "You're wrong. The people loved me until you showed up in AEW. And then they stopped loving him."
No, that's not it. That's not it at all, dude. What?
Actually, it kind of is.
Kind of? What, you think so?
Yeah, because MJF returning a Double or Nothing, that was a big deal. But Will Ospreay, then, like, him showing up anytime he's on screen, like, it got a bigger pop. And, like, there is truth to that. But, yeah, no, just seeing MJF exposed by Will Ospreay, like, damn, man, that was crazy. And, yeah. And then MJF took it one step further. He then got a little personal because he mentioned that he had a conversation with Will Ospreay's wife. And they actually did talk about it.
Here we go.
Yep, they talked about it, and now he mentioned that Will Ospreay is a father, but the child doesn't belong to him. So he's the father of somebody else's child. And then MJF got real close to Will Ospreay and said, "Hey, after my conversation I had with your wife, guess what? There's going to be another child that you're going to be a father of
another guy's child.
Another guy's child. Hint, hint." So
I'm sure Alicia Toot is pretty happy to hear that he's publicly saying, "Hey, I'm gonna bang my opponent's wife at him." Yeah, pay never no fucking mind that he's got a girlfriend of his own.
Yeah, no. And of course, these two competitors are under a no contact provision as well. And so Will Ospreay yelled over to Tony Schiavone asking, "Hey, Tony, how much is the fine if I attack MJF right now before All In?" And then Tony Schiavone's like saying 30,000, 35,000 or something like that. And so Will Ospreay's like, "Yeah, no, worth it." So he tries to beat the shit out of MJF. MJF fights back. He clocks all the security guards with his dynamite ring. Eventually clocks Will Ospreay with the dynamite ring. And then puts him down with the brainbuster finishing move that he's been using a lot lately. MJF was then about to use the Tiger Driver finishing move that Will Ospreay swore he would never use because the finishing move is too dangerous and how it affected Bryan Danielson's physique, his physical condition. Me? Yeah, no, MJF tried to go for the Tiger Driver finishing move, but the security detail was able to break him off. Oh my god, this was a really, really good promo. Final promo before their match. This match has a lot more meat than anything else happening in AEW All In.
That's pretty freaking crazy, but that's also a pretty bold claim to say. You've got D-Bry versus Swerve Strickland over here, Jose. You've got them duking it out with like title versus career or whatever the fuck.
But like, yeah, no, okay, no, never mind. Yeah, no, I'm seeing where I'm going here. I'm reminded that D-Bry is already not under any contract, so strictly speaking, he has no further need to have the career. But gosh darn it, does he just love it so much? Oh my fucking god, he's fucking addicted. It took us all this time to learn that Mike Mizanin was right. Like, Swerve doesn't need to fucking be all, your daddies and your girls are like, no, we've got that shit going on with MJF already. What the shit is going on? Are these guys ripping off each other's notes? Oh, hey, Swerve, let me borrow your homework? Okay, but don't copy it all the way. Don't make it too obvious. No, I got you, buddy. Instead of, I'm haunting your daughters at home. Like MJF rewrites it into.
Juan. You're assuming that they get along. Remember, Juan, WWE and AEW are in competition, except when they say they're not in competition.
I'm saying Swerve and MJF.
Oh, Swerve and MJF. No. Oh no, they don't like each other.
And.
You think MJF's gonna borrow ideas from somebody else?
It's not borrowing if it's stealing.
Oh yeah, that's true. But that being said, MJF is a mastermind. He is incredible on the mic. He knows how to talk people into the building. He knows how to show emotion. He knows how to get the fans talking. He knows how to get the fans to react. Like, that's what's so special about MJF. He's got that same mic ability as CM Punk at such an early age.
The MJF has got a lot of traction underneath him, and he seems to be one of the only few who can fucking work around Tony Khan's touch of death.
Exactly. Also, to answer Mr. Quake's question, no, I do not like Jackson Riker. Especially, he has outed himself as being a racist and being homophobic and a Trump supporter back in 2020. And he was thoroughly outed by all the other WWE superstars on Twitter, and he got his ass fired. So no, I am not a fan of Jackson Riker.
All right. Yeah. No. Okay.
Fuck that forgotten son.
Yeah. Seriously. All right.
Sorry. Oh my god. But no, it was a great promo segment. It was great. And Will Ospreay finally getting under MJF's skin, finally exposing the truth from MJF. And it's pure jealousy that the fans, that MJF wanted the fans to love him. But then Will Ospreay shows up and the fans love Will Ospreay, and that left him completely in the dust.
Yeah. Like, who would have fucking thought? That's crazy. Who would have fucking thought about it? That this was that all it took was Will Ospreay needling him this way. Shit.
Also,
I'm honestly surprised.
Also, I love this character direction of MJF where he is coming off as the xenophobic, proud American, and like there was even this one clip that surfaced where he was defending the title at Revolution Pro Wrestling in the UK, where he was dressed up in Hulk Hogan colors and he recited the lyrics to the Real American theme of Hulk Hogan. Oh my god, that was so good.
Corny. That was so corny, dear lord.
Hey, you better respect him, you red-coated terrorist.
A, I don't own a red coat. I'm a purple guy. B, if I'm a terrorist, then that makes his ass freaking George W. Bush. Mission accomplished yet?
Careful, one. You're just going to get...
3, much more importantly, fuck this boy.
All right, but still, great mic segment. Awesome work. Awesome work.
Naturally, of course. I mean, you're always going to get something of quality when MJF's involved.
And now this one's got me a little bit of the dicey. Not so much as the match, but after this match. Let's talk about this.
Speaking of a drop in quality,
it's a
get it?
First of all, number one, I don't hate AJ Styles. I actually like him. I find him very phenomenal. No pun intended.
Even though he's a flat earther.
You know what? If that's the worst out of AJ Styles, then whatever. He can believe the earth is flat for all I care. Anyways, so yes, it's Chris Jericho, the FTW champion, going one-on-one against Tommy Billington. A little background on Tommy Billington.
The modern, this generation's Dynamite kid.
Yes. But the
on
first
Dynamite.
Yeah, no. The first time that I saw Tommy Billington was actually on an episode of AEW Saturday Collision, which is back over in the first weekend of May. This was when Collision was over and was doing their Canada tour, and I saw Tommy Billington. And yes, he is the real-life nephew of the legendary Dynamite Kid, the original Dynamite Kid. And he was awesome. He was incredible in the ring. He went one-on-one against Dax Harwood, and he was actually showing shades of Dynamite Kid. I actually had to do some research afterwards on Dynamite Kid and look up all his wrestling matches, and oh my god, this guy is amazing. Back in the day, back in the 80s and the 90s, Dynamite Kid was ahead of his time in terms of in-ring work. There are a few wrestlers who were able to emulate his style. One notably, and this is going to sound controversial, is the former World Heavyweight Champion Chris Benoit.
Yeah. Trouble is that he took it too far.
He took it too far. The less we talk about him, the better. But that being said, when I saw Tommy Billington compete on Collision, he was absolutely amazing. Didn't skip a beat, not once. He is such a great talent, a great generation to have. And in this match, he was great. Like, to Chris Jericho's credit, Chris Jericho knows how to make his opponents look awesome in the ring. He knows how to actually, sell the punishment, and that's something that we can never fault Jericho for because he knows how to do that. And Tommy Billington, he was dealing a lot of punishment on Jericho, hitting him with German suplexes, snap suplexes, same trademark moves of the original Dynamite Kid. I'm just surprised he didn't bust out the leaping tombstone pile driver.
Actually, I'm not surprised because that would actually kill Jericho, much to my dismay.
Whoa! What? The fuck? Damn.
You want me to lie or not?
All right. Fair enough. All right, but okay, fair enough. Let's get back to it. So Tommy Billington looks like he had the match won. He was going to the top rope to hit his flying headbutt, and then of course the other members of the Learning Tree, Big Bill and Brian Keith, they tried to interfere, but the new Dynamite Kid was able to fight him off, hitting Big Bill with a crossbody and knocking out Brian Keith. He gets back to the ring. He goes for the flying headbutt. Jericho intercepts him, hits a code breaker to pin and win. Your winner, Chris Jericho. And now, here's where this kind of took me out of it. Because after the match, and you know what? This is the unofficial bad segment, I guess. Chris Jericho calls out his opponent, Hook, who he will be facing at All In for the FTW title, calling him a stupid dumbass and trash-talking him more. And then out comes Hook. Hook runs down to the ring, gets up in Jericho's face, but oh no! Hook was none the wiser because he's got his ass kicked by the Learning Tree. Damn it, Hook! I thought you'd have learned your lesson by now, and not challenging someone who's got more heels to flank. Like, come on, man.
You mean to tell me that the child of this human submission machine, who does not think more than 5 seconds ahead of himself in his wrestling and in his life, was suddenly caught by surprise with an ambush, despite the fact that the guys that did the ambushing were just there beating down on the Dynamite Kid for Jericho?
You would have thought that Hook would have learned his lesson by now, since he's feuding with the Learning Tree.
Okay, Taz is going to need to put together a new shirt instead of "We Build Assassins." I mean, like I don't know but
we build dumbasses. No,
you said it, not me.
Damn it! I was gonna say, do you want a hot tag on this one?
I'm actually good. You fucking got him over here. I don't care.
Oh, really? Okay. Then.
Yes, I'm literally could not be bothered to care less about Cherish Hold.
Okay, never mind. Well, that was pretty much it. Like that, and yeah, that is the unofficial bad segment. Because god damn it.
How is it unofficial? It sounds pretty fucking official to me.
Because technically there were no actual bad in-ring segments in between matches, so that's why this is the unofficial one, because this is a post-match segment, but whatever, I don't give a shit. All right, now...
Should have included some photo of Hook getting beat down or something, man.
Yeah, I know. But now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention, and this deserves to be mentioned for a couple reasons. It's a one-on-one match between Timeless Tony Storm versus Saraya for the AEW Women's World title. Now, I do have my personal gripe about it. I think this booking does not make any sense. Why would Toni Storm defend the Women's World title days before All In when she has to defend it against Mariah May, who won an entire tournament to challenge for the title?
Who also, if you don't remember, made the entire lead up to her match at All In London all about how much she played Toni Storm like a damn fiddle and how she manipulated her, even though there was absolutely no description or depiction of that the entire time.
Now,
But like, what's she gonna do? Like, imagine if Toni Storm lost this and Saraya becomes AEW Women's World Champion again. What are they gonna do in the 3 days before All In? What's she gonna do? Is she gonna cut a bunch of TikTok or Instagram promos about like, oh hey, I'm taking your brother and I'm gonna beat him up after seducing him or whatever, or hey, I'm gonna go to your parents who are also the Knight family and I'm gonna like fucking fuck them up at you. Like, she would have had no build time. She would have had no time at all.
If they really wanted Saraya to be included in the championship picture, I think they already missed the opportunity. They had an opportunity to write Saraya in early. I would have been fine if this was a 3-person story. Then Saraya could be like written in as like the mastermind, because it all started with Toni Storm breaking away from the Outcasts and all that shit, you know?
See, look at this shit. You're over here giving it more thought than. Well, I mean, come on. You like who are we kidding over here? Listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm taking a little bit of my THC Delta 8, which, by the way, is legal in the state of Florida to consume commercially, before bedtime. And you and I are making more sense just bullshitting an idea for a possible 3-way dance between Saraya, Toni Storm, and Mariah May than what motherfucking Tony Khan had ever fucking written it, so there's enough first fucking place. Listen, like, you were actually thinking about the history of Toni Storm and Saraya being in the same faction together. You're over here putting the thought of Toni Storm becoming psychotic and having...
It's literally been 1 year since Toni Storm broke away and 1 year since Saraya won the AEW Women's World title.
You see what I mean?
You had a chance and you ruined it.
No, not ruined. Missed it. Because they're being dumb.
They're being dumb, and Tony Khan lacks foresight.
Yeah, no, he's got plenty of coke sight, though.
But I do give a little bit of a slack for a couple reasons. Number one, it is taking. Apparently, this Wednesday's edition of Dynamite was also Saraya's birthday, so happy birthday to her.
Hey, happy birthday, Saraya.
I'm still a fan of Saraya no matter what.
I hope you had cake and, grief counseling and shit.
Yeah. And number two, despite the inconsistencies, despite this booking not making any sense, these two women actually put on a great match, a great wrestling match, and with some entertaining moments in there. And yes, that includes Toni Storm Frenching Harley Cameron and Saraya.
I automatically forgive this match.
Yeah, like I said, there was inconsistencies. This match, the match booking didn't make any logical sense, but we're giving it a little bit of leeway because it was entertaining. And if you can make me entertain and laugh, then, brother, I will forgive you.
Mostly.
In
the chat, let me see here. Good as the move looks, please no leaping tombstone pile drivers. Must be the New Yorker in Hook. And yes, being the son of Taz, being why Hook thought he could fight and not get jumped again. Toni Storm cutting a promo about her hate fucking Saraya's brother. That's an image I did not need.
Yeah!
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Jesus, Juan.
Hey, you want to get fucking crazy? We want to get nuts? All right, let's get nuts.
All right, to answer Mr. Quake's question, do I love Randy Couture? Yeah, I thought Randy Couture was okay. Like, I liked him. I didn't see a lot of his fights in UFC. I saw a few clips of it. I liked his performance in the movies, specifically The Expendables.
Yeah, no, he's good in Expendables. You guys need to be bookers. Yeah, I wish we were. Cobra Commander is GOAT.
Jose, respect Kurt Angle. Yes, I respect the fuck out of Kurt Angle. You know what? There's nothing more patriotic that you can do for your country than winning a gold medal in the Olympics. With a broken freaking neck.
There you go.
And yes, I respect Kurt Angle. I respect Kurt Angle for being an incredible star in WWE, being a phenomenal talent, and for battling through his own vices, his own struggles, in his addiction to alcohol and painkillers. And he was able to come back from all of that, to come back from the darkness and still be the human wrestling machine. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Okay, I'm done.
You suck.
All right, now let's get to the main event segment, and this is their final face-off before All In. That's right, a final one-on-one segment featuring the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland and the number one contender, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, with Nigel McGuinness, of course, moderating this segment.
Just to remind everyone, we have British people.
Yes. Now, Nigel McGuinness specifically has an axe to grind against Bryan Danielson dating back from the early years of Ring of Honor. And every time, and I will mention this, anytime Bryan Danielson's out in the ring with Nigel McGuinness on commentary, Nigel McGuinness doesn't hesitate to like show his contempt for Bryan Danielson. Even at one point over at AEW World's End during his match, Nigel McGuinness called Bryan Danielson the King of the Clams.
What?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like
King of the what?
the
What do
King
you
of the
mean?
Clams? Like, what do you mean? Like clam chowder? Like, do people in Seattle eat clam chowder?
No, it's New England and Manhattan clam chowders. There's no Welsh clam chowder. Hey, if we got any viewers,
There's no Seattle, Washington clam chowder.
there's no Seattle clam chowder. No, is there Welsh clam chowder? Let us know in the comments if you know if there's any Welsh clam chowder.
But anyways, that was back over in World's End. That was last year. So, Bryan Danielson was not on in the ring yet. Swerve Strickland cut a heel promo against Bryan Danielson, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, you know what? Juan does sort of have a point. This whole thing that they're playing off of Bryan Danielson retiring and winding down his career and all the thing that they're doing, like, it doesn't have as much steam as we want it to have. Like, because like they showed the video packages, and like me and Juan, we actually looked back at all the clips of Dynamite heading into this week, and it looks like even Bryan Danielson is not giving his all, is not completely all in on this.
Why would he be? He's already out the door. He
Yeah.
doesn't care.
Yeah, no.
Why should he? He's got his money. He's paid.
Well, Bryan Danielson must have heard us talking shit because he got fired up. He ran down to the ring and put the beat down on Swerve Strickland, even hitting him with the Busaiko knee, which, by the way, I looked up the term Busaiko. It is Japanese for, I think, either ugly or fuck ugly knee. So he hits, so Bryan Danielson hits Swerve with the ugly knee.
You gotta be freaking kidding me here. Hang on a minute. No.
Busaiko. Busiko.
All right, give me a second. Japanese. Busaiko.
Oldest part. No! Hang on. Type in Busaiko knee. No, not in the translator. Come on, man. Just type it in the Google search.
Oh. All right, that's what you mean.
Yeah, Busaiko knee. Meaning. Yeah, what does it mean?
Oh, Busaiku knee.
Oh, Busaiku knee. And what is it?
By the RZA? Shit, you serious? Hang on a minute. No, okay. Now that we know it's Busaiku knee.
Fine, type it in. Busaiku knee.
Yeah, ugly knee.
So Bryan Danielson hits the ugly knee on Swerve Strickland, and then runs his ass out of the ring. And in the final minutes of Dynamite, he cuts a fiery, intense promo. And when I first saw that, I'm like, where the fuck was this fire in this whole month? Seriously.
Where the fuck was it? Are you saving it for last?
Yeah, like he even dropped an F-bomb calling himself the best fucking pro wrestler in the entire world. And
was it uncensored?
Nah, it was censored.
Okay, at least these guys fucking know that.
Yeah,
we remember the Patriot was said that he's not around.
I know. Oh man, but yeah, no, he cut a fiery promo calling himself the best fucking wrestler in the world, and he added life to this, like literally days before All In. Like, thanks, Bri.
Why not bring in that fucking energy earlier, for God's sake, dude?
Oh my god!
In the chat, Jose Randy Couture choked out Joni Ludwig Borga
at
UFC 13 in about a minute. TH trained only by lifting heavy weights, no submission work, and it showed.
Damn,
he just choked him out with strunk.
Yeah, no, of course.
All right, so
Seattle loves coffee, so no mention of the clam chowders. But yeah, no, like I said, it was a great segment, great way to close off AEW Dynamite. I'm just like, man, you had an entire month to build on this. Why didn't you bring that fire in all of your other promos, man? Give us less Green Day time of your life and give us more of this.
Busaikuni by the RZA.
Ah.
By the RZA, the Jizza, and the old dirty Bizza, the Wu-Tang Clan. Woo!
Okay, thank you for that.
Wu-Tang is for the kids.
Wu-Tang is for the kids.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah.
Do you respect Montez Ford?
Well, of course I do.
All right.
He's a good wrestler.
So okay,
yeah. He's one half of the Street Profits. I don't think they should split him up, but yeah.
Like seriously, I don't understand why they don't fucking put this shit right. What do we know?
It's
what do we
weird.
Know? What do we know? We're just armchair quarterbacking over here, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
Nerd.
But now let's get to this week's edition of TNA Impact. And just like NXT, TNA Impact are also trying to build momentum and building up matches for their upcoming pay-per-view event, Emergence, which will be on Friday, August 30th in Louisville, Kentucky. Or, as I like to call it, Cornet Country.
Corny country. Goddamn.
Goddamn!
And what's his nuts?
This is
of
your
course, the hometown of the true people's champion, Muhammad Ali.
Yes, and I was going to say, this
Rest
is...
in power,
Rest
Ali
in-
Bomaye.
Rest in power, Ali. Also, this is your casual reminder that Jim Cornette used to work for TNA. And if you ever mention it to him, he might dress you down.
No, if you ever mention it to him, you better not have anything else planned for the rest of your day for at least 2.5 hours, because if you bring it up to him the right way, he will talk your ear off about all the dumbest shit TNA had done back in the day.
Yep, most of it including one person that lives, that's from New York, bro. Anyways, so this week's edition of TNA opened up with an incredible Ultimate X qualifying triple threat match as Alexander Hammerstone goes up against Frankie Kazarian and the Time Splitter, Kushida.
All right, and if you guys don't remember, this is a 3-way match, and the winner goes on to Emergence to compete in an Ultimate X match for the TNA X Division Championship.
Absolutely. Now, the story, of course, there's 2 heels in this triple threat match, Frankie Kazarian and Hammerstone. Hammerstone has, of course, requested this opportunity from Santino Marella a couple of weeks ago, last week, and he now has his chance to show off his chops. He immediately goes after Kazarian and Kushida, hitting Kazarian with a great belly-to-belly suplex, hitting Kushida with a great pump handle suplex, just showing off a lot of his strength, a lot of his in-ring ability. And man, that guy is jacked as fuck.
Yeah, no, Hammerstone's a freaking beast.
He is a freaking beast indeed. Of course, Frankie Kazarian is also being the sneaky heel, is trying to collude with Hammerstone to go up against Kushida, but that ultimately does not work in his favor. Both Hammerstone and Kushida eventually cut off Frankie Kazarian, who's trying to bolt it at ringside, and then both of them started ganging up on Frankie Kazarian.
All bets are off when you try to do a team up in a 3-way match. Once the referee goes down to count the fall.
Exactly. Now, in the final moments of the match, Kazarian was taken out of the ring. Kushida was wrestling against Hammerstone. Hammerstone then hits his own finishing move against Kushida to pin and win. And then the last second, Kazarian tried to break it up, but he couldn't reach him in time. Your winner, Hammerstone.
Oh, goddamn! All right, so the beefy blonde dude is going on to Ultimate X here at Emergence, and you know what? That will make a very interesting ingredient in the Ultimate X match.
Now, first of all, I want to mention that this is another round of pre-recorded shows from Tampa, Florida, so that's where it's taking place, folks. Now, after the match, of course, Hammerstone and Kazarian, it looks like they were going to square up, but then Hammerstone decided to exit the ring, leaving Kazarian to go right ahead and put the beat down on Kushida, eventually hitting him with the Fade to Black. Because Frankie's a sore loser.
Jerk.
Yeah, I know. What an asshole. All right.
Seriously.
Now,
also, for the record, we do not acknowledge this son of a bitch in our chat, bro. I'm not gonna have that because he is an insult to everything New Yorker.
Exactly.
Bro.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
Now let's get to the exciting match of the night, and I got to see this, and it was absolutely amazing. It is a match of pure, incredible, unrestricted technical prowess as NXT's Charlie Dempsey goes one-on-one against the Foundation, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
All right, so Black Dean Malenko versus William Regal Jr.
Yes.
Yes,
Actually.
Yes.
Holy shit. That's a really good description there, Juan.
What other description is there? The NXT Heritage Cup winner going up against the man with the man of 1,000,001 holds.
Hang on a minute. Mr. Quick saying he's an entertainer, bro. Oh my god.
No, he's not. Vince Russo is a stain in humanity's gene pool.
No, man, you don't have to do that, Juan. You gotta let him have it, man. It's okay. But anyways, so yeah, this was absolutely amazing. There were no high-flying moves, no punches, no drop kicks, no big power bombs or anything like that. This was pure Greco-Roman wrestling. These two kept it grounded. These two were locking up and to just trying to position one over the other and just working on joint manipulation. And it was pure, like, there's not much else to say about it. It's just a quite an amazing Greco-Roman wrestling match. It's so good.
So this was good graps?
This was good graps. It brought out the best in Charlie Dempsey, and this is definitely in his wheelhouse. Of course, Jonathan Gresham was the better grappler of the two. After wearing down the body parts on Charlie Dempsey, he was able to continue to work on him until he eventually got the technical pin to win the match. Your winner, Jonathan Gresham. Unfortunately, Charlie Dempsey is another sore loser because after the match, Charlie Dempsey got on Jonathan Gresham's face and then punched him. But then Jonathan Gresham sent Charlie Dempsey out of the ring, or crying like a little bitch.
Seriously? That's so fucking weird, man.
It's so fucking weird. It looked almost like it was a shoot at the end of the match, like when they got each other's face, like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." Like, that's another reason why I like this, because at the end, it almost looked real.
Yeah, it felt like a shoot. Okay, I can dig this. Even if this doesn't go anywhere, even if this never develops into anything ever again, even if that's the case, I gotta tell you, that at least sounds interesting, and that at least gave this match a little more dimension.
To me, I thought it was really entertaining. I thought this was really great, and these two need to run it back again. There needs to be a round two.
Let's see here. Vicente, let's see here. Shocking that Frankie Kazarian being an asshole, post-match. Not shocking for a guy's nicknamed the Heavy Metal Rebel. Also, Jeannie Rick made their way into the chat. Hey up, Jeannie Rick. Welcome to Wrestle Wrewind.
Welcome. Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday night. I'm talking about TNA Impact right now.
And yeah, no, Mr. Quake, yeah, he's saying, but I don't care of Russo. I'm not a fan. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for not being a fan of the shark jumping son of a bitch, Vince Russo.
Congratulations. Juan won't beat the shit out of you.
Yay, I don't beat the shit out of you. Congrats. Congratulations.
And of course,
congratulations.
Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night. And this is technically a video package, but this is a really good hype video package. We get a training montage video package featuring the TNA World Champion, Nick Nemeth, the Wanted Man, and the #1 contender for the TNA World title and challenging him at Emergence, Josh Alexander, the walking weapon.
All right, so these guys, they have talks. These guys, they have musculatures. They has weights. They has trainings. They do strong guy things.
Lots of heavy lifting, lots of in-ring work that they've showed them doing. And these two guys got a chance to talk about their upcoming Iron Man match. That's right, they're going to be competing in a 60-minute Iron Man match, which is going to be fucking awesome.
Oh my god, I fucking love Iron Man matches. There's the shit!
This is going to sound controversial. Now, there have been Iron Man matches in the past, but my favorite one of all time, and this is going to sound, you and I are going to disagree on this one, Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar on SmackDown, 2003.
I'm not going to lie to you, I don't remember the details of that match.
Okay, Brock Lesnar just turned heel again, siding with Vince McMahon, and he... And this was for the WWE Championship live on TV. Kurt Angle was fighting against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar used a bunch of chair shots to give Kurt Angle the early points. And then he was pretty much and Kurt Angle was fighting at a disadvantage. He was already banged up by chair shots and everything. And in the last couple of seconds, Kurt Angle locks in the ankle lock, grapevine position.
Grapevine lock around his leg?
Yeah, and Brock Lesnar was tapping out, but unfortunately, Kurt Angle was still short in points, and Brock Lesnar eventually won and was crowned WWE champion.
Oh, that's a dick move.
What's your favorite Iron Man match? Mine's Brock versus Kurt.
Easy. Triple H Rock Judgment Day.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, okay, you know what? That was pretty good.
This was the one that ended 5-5. Shawn Michaels was special guest referee.
And then The Undertaker showed up with the
American Badass stuff.
Yeah, I love The Undertaker's American Badass gimmick. I talked about this with K-Storm, who, by the way, fun fact, K-Storm is a fan of The Undertaker. And I don't know, is K-Storm a fan of the American Badass gimmick or not? I don't think we ever talked about it.
We'll have to bring that up sometime.
All right, but anyway, so getting back to it. So these guys hyped up their main event match. They hyped up how much they don't like each other. They hyped, Josh Alexander hyped up how the TNA fans turned on him and how he's still the heart and soul of total nonstop action wrestling. And it was just such a brilliant hype package, and it was really cool way to build it up. And of course, like Juan said himself, I am a sucker for training montages.
Yeah, no, it hit the right spot over here. Vicente Regal was so impressed with Dean. He tried shaking Dean's hand, but he had none of it and walked away pissed about losing. Ha! I get it. Because of what I said earlier. Sorry, no, I get that. Yeah. There was Triple H and Benoit. They had did they have an Iron Man match?
I don't think so.
Are you sure? Hang on. Well, now I gotta freaking find out.
I think they might have had maybe. Go ahead and look that up while you do so. But this was a great video package, and I love this. And this is going to be an incredible main event. And yeah, no, of course, we're going to talk about it here on Wrestle Rewind when we get to it, folks, okay?
I'm double checking right now. They had a 60-minute Iron Man match for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that was on Raw, July 6, 2004.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And freaking Eugene cost Triple H the World Heavyweight title. Oh, God, Eugene.
Okay, that's how that. Yeah, Kid Rock was cool. Now he's just depressing.
He's just embarrassing, man.
Yeah, let's see here. Damian Priest is the Ministry Taker meets Edge. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep. All right.
So now let's get to the match of the night.
All right.
And this was the second Ultimate X qualifier match. This triple threat match, it didn't have as much hype as the first one, and let me explain. Okay, so it's featuring Bhupinder Gujjar, Jai Vidal, and Laredo Kid. The first one had a little bit of a story that they were telling, and with Frankie Kazarian being the opportunist, trying to manipulate his opponents, trying to collude with Hammerstone, but it ultimately backfired on him and everything. But this here, there really was no story. It's just three different guys just doing high flipping jumps, high flipping stuff. I guess they were trying to tell a story. There was some back and forth shit going on between Jai Vidal and Bhupinder Gujjar, but it wasn't as compelling as Frankie Kazarian looking like an opportunistic dope.
Okay, so anemic when it comes to storytelling, but it had great moves. And there was lots of flipping.
Which is fine, but
so in other words, this was a Dave Meltzer 5-star match.
I hate that you're right. Camera panning is a skill that we use.
Tell me when I'm telling lies!
But yeah, no. Like I said, great match, lots of high-fly stuff, but lacking in story. There was more story in the first qualifier match, in the opening match of the show.
Not to say that every match has to be nothing but story. Yeah, no, work rate crap. That's what... and I don't even understand what that fucking phrase means. It's something that the fucking smart marks fucking made up to sound fucking cool. Fucking dopes. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Whoa, hang on a minute. Puma versus Mundo, meaning John Morrison versus Ricochet for the Lucha Underground?
Lucha Underground? Okay, I did not know this. We'll have to look that one up.
Yeah! Holy shit, thank you for that. More material for us to study up on. And now, this time, TNA Impact does, in fact, have a ridiculous segment. And it is a backstage interview segment featuring Ash by Elegance and her personal concierge.
What the fuck is that little thing on his jacket?
Oh,
the little sequins.
Oh, I think that's his his signature, his Letterman signature, his cursive Letterman signature or whatever. You know how some people have their initials on their trunks or their jacket?
Yeah, I know that, but it doesn't have PC on there personal concierge.
What does it look like?
It looks like an apple or an orange or something. It looks like something like that. Like an orange that still has a couple of leaves on its stem.
Sorry, concierge, but an apple a day does not keep that ugly away.
And an orange a day doesn't fucking make sense either. Okay, seriously. No, what is that?
I don't know.
I'm sorry,
I
that's the
don't
first
know.
thing I'm looking at. I'm not looking at Ash by Elegance's sequined boobas or her perfectly rectangular sunglasses here. I'm looking at this guy's fucking jacket and I don't know why. Okay.
All right, but getting back. All right, thank you.
Yeah, no, here's the thing.
Don't stop talking about it, otherwise you're going to get me focused on it.
No, I'm over here trying to say Mr. Quake saying, so Ravens flockers are smarks. You know what? We're better than smart marks because we're intelligent. All right, we're not just smart to the game and try to be all like meme like. Oh,
and we're not tribalistic on social media.
And nor are we fucking crazy at like, oh, you don't. How can you not know this obscure match from somewhere in Greenland in 1947 or like in 1992 where they just got color TV in this one village? This was one of the greatest matches. You don't know anything about pro wrestling, like some horse shit like that. We're not like that. We can talk to regular fucking folks and we can make this shit sound normal. All right, that's
we can make it sound normal. We can make it sound engaging.
Yeah, we know you're joking over here, Mr. Quake. We're saying like, no, we're better than smart marks, okay? So fuck them.
All right. So anyway, back
what
to
did
the
Ash by Elegance fucking say? Come on.
All right. So Ash by Elegance, in response to Jordan Grace's words last week on Impact, Ash by Elegance accepts Jordan Grace's rematch for the TNA Knockouts World Title on her terms.
Oh boy, what are these?
Ash
terms?
by Elegance. Ash by Elegance will face Jordan Grace again for the Knockouts World Title in a special stipulation called Match by Elegance. But what are the rules? Guess what? We never find out. Also, Monet is in the chat. AEW is the best wrestling out now. Okay, no, that's got to be a spam. That's not Monet. That can't be Mercedes.
It's not Mercedes Monet. She's in England right now. She's in the UK right now. She's doing press stuff for AEW.
She's got way too much shit on her plate to be talking to us.
Yeah, exactly. Especially considering it's what 4:47 in the morning over there in the Old Kingdom, in the Old Empire. Like, it's just someone who's got a fucking profile named Monet. AEW can have excellent wrestling, but like we said, anemic in storylines, anemic in casual engagement. How the fuck is anyone supposed to follow along if there isn't any way to jump in?
Look, every wrestling promotion, they have their strengths and they have their weaknesses, okay?
And it just so happens that the weakness of all elite wrestling is that they have a coked out dweeb who never got his a dick wet a day in his life as their owner and manager.
Yeah.
But I'm just pointing out. Fucking
I had the name first.
You had the name first, Monet?
Monet. Oh, wait, are you a different Monet?
So they are a different Monet.
Okay, Monet. Well, hey, listen, if this is your first time watching, hit like and subscribe. We're happy to have you here.
Yeah, welcome to the Ravens Flock. Welcome to our show, Wrestle Rewind. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention, and this is a very funny, hilarious honorable mention, and it is a 6-person tag match player.
Holla, holla, holla.
As a team, well, the scheduled match is supposed to be Steph DeLander teaming with Matt Cardona and a mystery partner versus Rhino, PCO, and Zaya Brookside. But Matt Cardona opted out of the match, and in his place, there was the team of Khan, one half of the Ascension, and Madman Fulton. Now, and it was an entertaining tag match. Oh my God. My favorite moment in this tag match, and Juan watched it with me, was when Zaya Brookside was squaring up against the giant dude, Behemoth Khan, and she was like putting on her mean face. Like, it looks so adorable, but also so ferocious.
It's only because of the contrast in size and dimension. She's adorable little blonde chick against this gigantic beefy
and
fucking
I looked at this, I'm like, oh no, she's gonna die.
Yeah, no, my thing is like, okay, Matt Cardona being the fucking chicken shit heel over here was like, you know what? I'm not gonna jump in the ring against that monster, but I have people who will because I'm the deathmatch king and I'm not gonna fucking take this shit from some zombie guy who stole my property in Steph DeLander. Has she been told yet that he calls her his property?
No, I don't think so, not yet. But that being said, it was a fun, entertaining tag match. The babyfaces won with Rhino hitting the Gore on Khan, and then it followed it up with PCO hitting his diving moonsault to get the win for the good guys. So kudos to them. Also, speaking of Beetlejuice, shout out to Steph DeLander and her Lydia Dietz wedding dress cosplay in the match. Oh shit, that was twice, wasn't it? Fuck! You said it and I said it now. Okay, listen. We are not going to say it a third time. All right?
Don't try it. Do not push our luck. All right? All right, we've only got 10 minutes to our usual end time for our show. You're not going to fuck this up.
Okay.
Vicente in the chat, if this Monet is really her, next up she's going to tell us she will be working death matches in IWA Deep South part-time. Ew.
Why do you keep coming back to IWA, man? Jesus.
Yo, Mercedes Money wouldn't be caught dead anywhere near IWA Deep South or Mid-South if her life depended on it. Great to see Madman Fulton back. I'm always marked for his matches. Fast, too, for a 6'8" guy.
That is true.
That's true. All right, yeah. And,
all right.
Stanley created Hero Man. I don't know what that means.
All right, now let's get to the main event. And this is a tag match, playa.
Holla, holla.
The teams of Moose and Johnny D. Curtis, representing the system, go up against the returning Matt and Jeff, the Hardys.
Yes, they were facing deletion.
Yes, one of them is broken in character, and the other one is broken in bones.
And in brain.
And brain.
Oh, it's an anime. Okay, cool. Thanks. I'll have to look that one up, Mr. Quake.
Yeah. So, immediately before the match began, pissed off at the system for putting him away, Jeff Hardy immediately goes for a steel chair. Like, when we saw the entrances, the first thing me and Juan thought of is like, please, Jeff, please take care of yourself. Do not hurt yourself early. What does he do? He grabs a steel chair from under the ring, chases Fandango all around the ringside, immediately gets knocked down by Moose. What the hell are you thinking, Jeff?
Jeff, you never fucking change.
But anyways, despite Jeff's stupid decision at attacking early, by the way, great babyface move, Jeff Hardy was still able to hold his own in the ring, showing no signs of inebriation or highness. No, Jeff Hardy was able to hold his own. The Hardy Boys pulled out their hallmark moves. They pulled out their poetry in motion. Jeff Hardy was able to still do the whisper in the wind. Matt Hardy hits the side effect onto Moose, and there was even a moment where Matt Hardy got an attempt of the twist of fate onto Moose, but Moose was able to shove him out of the way, and Matt Hardy collided outside at ringside thanks to a little help from Fandango.
God damn it.
Yeah, no. Like I said, this was a great tag match. And Matt and Jeff, they hit all their Hardy hallmarks. H words, Hardy hallmarks. I love it.
Hardy hallmarks.
Yeah. And of course, in the end, Fandango, he is the unlucky bastard to get the brunt of it, because Moose was knocked out of the ring. Fandango gets hit by a twist of fate from Matt Hardy, and then Jeff Hardy gets onto the top of the ring and hits the Swanton Bomb to pin and win. Your winners, the Hardys.
Yay! They were made obsolete. Hey, Jose, help me out here.
Sorry, I was channeling my inner Hardy. You know, I got a flashback of being
in the middle of a beatdown.
Wait, what? In the middle of a beatdown? I don't know what you're talking about. It's the Hardy Boys. Oh shit, they're being beaten down.
By the way, the rest of the system came in. Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers jumped in and beat the shit out of the Hardys after the match.
Oh, come on!
Jose, you expect the system to not be sore losers?
But it's Tampa. We deserve better, damn it.
Well, we had Mike Santana come in to try and rescue.
He did try to rescue, but he was ultimately flattened out by the system. But then we were saved yet again by
Say
his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
A man so nice, he showed up twice. Joe Hendry appeared at the end of TNA Impact, and he helped out the Hardys and Santana fight off against the system. I predict that, once again, this is going to lead into an 8-man tag match at Emergence, if that hasn't already been slated in the pay-per-view yet.
We're gonna have to find out. Let me take a look over here. Oh,
What I like about this final moments is that they kept playing his music during the Pier 6 brawl.
That was the funniest part. Is like, Jose's like, wait, is this a technical issue? I'm like, no, because they still have the stage lights on. They're doing this shit on purpose.
Oh
These
my
guys are
God.
milking the Joe Hendry teat for every drop of moo juice it's worth.
Listen,
For what it's worth, it's making people believe.
also, we're holding you to a standard, TNA. There's only one group of people who's allowed to fuck up on their tech, and that's us.
Exactly. And maybe sometimes Andy.
All right. One.
Hang on a minute. Before we do, Vicente was saying, I bring up IWA Mid and Deep South because it's funny some days. Same for XPW and GCW. Deathmatch can be funny for all the wrong reasons. And yes, all three feds have good mat work every now and then. Yep. And yeah, he also said Jeff Hardy and Rational Thoughts parted ways years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. One. Ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so final thoughts on TNA Impact. Great opening qualifier match. I'm happy to see that Hammerstone got the win, although I would have loved to see Kushida get entered, but nonetheless, it was pretty awesome. I love the Greco-Roman style of wrestling that Jonathan Gresham and Charlie Dempsey were able to bring out. It is amazing. Truly worth watching, truly worth going back, and I hope it gets its own separate video on YouTube soon. All the other matches were pretty fun. I love the 6-person tag match. It was really entertaining, especially with Zaya Brookside fighting against those Goliaths in the bad guy tag teams.
Remind me, what were what's his face Top Flight doing in the middle of all this?
Top Flight? What do you mean? Top Flight was not part of it.
No, I mean on this episode of TNA.
Top Flight's AEW. What are you talking about?
No, shit, no. First Class is what I meant to say.
Oh!
I got the two.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, there was a backstage segment where First Class, apparently, Rich Swann was complaining at the referee because the referee, was blindsided because, Rich Swann lost his qualifier match for the Ultimate X, and he tried to challenge Mike Bailey for the X Division title. And I really don't give a shit because I just learned that Rich Swann has real life been suspended from TNA due to a wellness violation.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm not kidding, and
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, Rich Swann fucked up.
Come on, guys. I hope it was a mistake. I hope it was an accident or something. Maybe he got prescribed a painkiller or some shit. That's just dumb.
Well, he was certainly First Class, all right. All the way back to the shelf. I mean, all the way to the doghouse.
Ow.
Anyways, now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, I'm not going to lie, it was if you're going to debut at a different country and give them something awesome, you have to make it you have to actually live by it, and they go by your words, and they certainly did that. Opening segment with the contract signing, Britt Baker is phenomenal on the mic. And MJF, just the same. Cut a great promo segment between him and Will Ospreay. They were able to get the crowd talking, and so was Bryan Danielson, despite Bryan Danielson breaking in late with his fire.
Yeah, no, seriously. Better late than fucking never.
Yeah, no. The matches in between were also pretty fun. The 6-man tag match with FTR and Darby Allin getting the win over the Elite, that was awesome. And there was
fuck the Elite.
Yep. And, despite the post-match horrible segment with Hook, the match between Jericho and the new Dynamite Kid, I thought the new Dynamite Kid was great, and I'm gonna keep my eyes on him because I think he could be a really great wrestler in the future.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you there, Jose. When it comes to that, Dynamite Kid has shown no signs of slowing down. So I've got no reason to doubt you on this. More to the point, I'm not gonna lie. Like you said, the reason why I didn't have any hot tag moment tonight is because none of the shit that you brought up on Dynamite this week
offensive.
Was grossly offensive to me.
Yeah, I know you're right.
Seriously, it was like, okay, this could have been better, but it wasn't your worst.
Now, here's the thing. Coming back with the moniker as the new...
Miss Bulldog.
Yeah, coming back as the moniker of the new Dynamite Kid, that's not going to come without controversy because Dynamite Kid, unfortunately, was one of the chapters talked about in Vice's documentary series Dark Side of the Ring.
In what way?
I haven't seen that episode yet. That's the end of season 3. I'll have to watch it, but there is a lot of stories revolving around Dynamite Kid, and I will study up on it just to get a bit of an understanding.
Okay, yeah. So so were you saying that Dynamite Kid did some shady shit back in the day?
Well, not so much a shady shit, but like, it's a lot to unpack. I'm going to get to it when I get a chance to watch it.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to clue us in when you do because that's some that's crazy shit, Jose.
I know.
Yeah. No. Great. What's the word? Big claims require big evidence or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. No. You know, I get you. I got to back them up.
Yeah. Exactly. So
now, this week's edition of NXT, great qualifier matches. The 6-women gauntlet match was great. I think Jada Parker is awesome, and I think she is ready for a championship match against Roxanne Perez. And Joe Hendry, of course, winning the triple threat match. I thought that was already predictable. There was already a foregone conclusion because Pete Dunne and Wesley, they're already involved in individual stories as it is, with Pete Dunne feuding with Trick, Wesley feuding with the former Nash Carter. So, of course, Joe Hendry was going to win.
Like that, I'm honestly shocked that they're putting Joe Hendry over as big as he is, considering that he's still, let's not lie to ourselves, he's still a TNA guy. So having him bring the NXT Championship to TNA like he promised he would, that is looking much more likely now, especially when you consider all ego Ethan Page to be the man in his way. A guy who literally stumbled into the championship.
And of course, everything else on the show was pretty solid. Tony D'Angelo now going after the North American title, going after Obafemi. That was a great choice. That was great. I like that he's able to pivot it there instead of being in limbo. And yeah, no, overall, really good shows all around. Awesome. So, on next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, join me and my tag partner Juan Raz, and we will review the main event for this year's AEW All in London. Just want to remind you that, yes, it will be on Sunday, August 25th on pay-per-view in Wembley Stadium in London, England. Unfortunately, there will not be a watch party because we do not have the means to purchase a pay-per-view event through Fight TV or Bleacher Report or wherever the fuck. But
unfortunately, no, we don't. Let's see here, real quick. Montreal Screwjob vibes. Okay. Let's see. Then the Whoop That Era. I hope Obafemi wins for all of Africa. And Monet is asking, is NXT and TNA mashup something to piss off Tony Khan?
I don't think so. I think that they're doing it for their own reasons. Just because WWE is noticing that TNA is catching fire this year, and of course NXT is a much more exciting product now than it was back in 2022/late 2021.
But also, yes, this is to piss off Tony Khan, especially considering how poorly Tony Khan treated TNA when they were partnered with AEW.
Damn it, Juan! Jesus!
Why, you want me to lie? You want to lie to these people? You go right ahead.
Dude, it's not a lie, but I mean, like, you don't have
Just
to...
because it's true doesn't mean I gotta say it? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well,
screw that.
That's cutting deep, man.
Yeah, well, deep cuts are the ones that hurt the most, alright? So the first cut is the deepest, baby. I know, alright? And if you want to try to love again, the baby... You want to try to love again, but I know the first cut is the deepest.
All right.
That's a Sheryl Crow for you. That's a Sheryl Crow reference.
Wow.
Laugh, damn you.
Thank you to all the 2 people watching, or 1 person watching that may have gotten that reference. All right.
I know there's more than 1 person watching, but Jose's just goofing.
So, just a reminder, an announcement, just for an announcement. On next Saturday, on August 31st, join us as we will be hosting another watch party for the WWE's premium live event called Bash in Berlin, which will be on Saturday, August 31st at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And it is their first pay-per-view event in Berlin, Germany.
Sind so in Berliners, Deutschlanden.
Where the Viper, Randy Orton, will go one-on-one against the Ring General Gunther for the World Heavyweight title.
Yay! Let's see how this turns out.
Yeah, it's going to be a great watch party, a great watch along. You get to see us react to all the matches and cool stuff happening in the pay-per-view, along with a little bit of snackage here and there, and that is to be expected in a watch party.
Well, I mean, come on. You think we're going to watch this shit on an empty stomach? Screw.
Listen, man, we're trying to redeem the term mukbang, all right? We're trying to bring it back to the limelight instead of leaving it in the muck.
Okay, that was clever.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much. That being said, Juan, Plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you the best of the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick Live. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an Interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning into another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and Beetlejuice.